I'm John Weicher, Director of Hudson Institute's Center for Housing and Financial Markets. President-elect Obama is facing the worst housing market since World War II. There is one thing he can do immediately that will help home buyers, especially minority families and disadvantaged buyers. In mid-November, the Department of Housing and Urban Development issued new rules under the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, known as RESPA, to help home buyers better understand their mortgage. They will know exactly how much money they have to bring to the settlement table. They will know exactly what their monthly payment will be, and they will know how that monthly payment can change. Under the new rules, lenders will have to provide a good faith estimate, or a GFE, within 3 days after a home buyer applies for a loan. Home buyers with that information will know what the costs will be. They will be able to shop for a mortgage in the same way that they shop for any other product or any other service that they buy. There will be limits on the amount that the GFE figures can change. Home buyers will not be buying a pig in a poke. These new rules are badly needed. Under the current system, home buyers don't know for sure how much their loan will cost them until they get to the settlement table itself. Then they face a bewildering array of charges for a long list of services which are not very clearly explained. Often these include junk fees for services that have no real meaning. Often there are surprises at the settlement when a borrower is asked to pay an additional $500 or $1,000 for something which just came up. And if the borrower isn't willing to make that payment, they run the risk of losing the mortgage and losing the house. This is not the way RESPA was supposed to work when Congress passed it in 1974. The statute was intended to give homeowners more information and protect them from high settlement costs. Instead, they have less information and settlement costs are higher. In fact, RESPA has become a standing joke. A reporter for a major national newspaper once said to me, "Why do we need to reform RESPA?" And before I could answer, she went on and said, "Except for all the stories that I hear in our newsroom, of course." The settlement process is one reason for the current mess in the mortgage market. It's not the only reason, but it is an important reason. In fact, last year, HUD conducted a study of closing costs around the country and found that the borrowers who most need help, who can least afford it, are paying the most. African American and Hispanic homebuyers pay substantially more at closing than white borrowers who are getting the same loan. Borrowers who are less well educated are paying more, again, for the same loan. During the campaign, Mr. Obama called for a simplified cost measure that, and this is a quote, will allow individuals to easily compare various mortgage products and understand the full cost of the loan. That's a good idea. As president, he can take a significant step toward achieving that objective simply by letting the new HUD rules go into effect. When that happens, home buyers will save $700 on average at the settlement table. That's a welcome bonus for them and a needed stimulus for the housing industry.